Hello my dear student, welcome in biology class. Chapter 8 is going on, that is human health and disease, class 12. Today's part 5. In this chapter we are studying about different health and diseases, along that the immune system in which the innate immunity and acquired immunity. In the last part 4, we studied about the innate immunity. Today I am going to describe acquired immunity. Acquired immunity, also known as the adaptive immunity of the body. This is acquired immunity, also called it is the adaptive immunity. It is the specific type of defense system or mechanism of the body of organism. It is a specific type of defense mechanism or system of the body of organism on the basis of response of the pathogen. This acquired immunity are two types: primary response and secondary response. They have the two response on the basis of their pathogen response. They have two response: primary response and secondary response. This primary response and secondary response, it is carried out by or with the help of B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. This primary and secondary response are carried out by B lymphocyte or T lymphocyte, in which this B lymphocytes produce army of protein that is called antibody. They have two light chain and two heavy chain. Two light chain and heavy chain. Once again, this is acquired immunity, also known as adaptive immunity of the organism. Is a specific type of defense mechanism or system of the body of organism. On the basis of pathogen response, this acquired immunity are two types: primary response and secondary response. This primary response and secondary response is carried out by or with the help of two B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte, and here B lymphocyte produced army of protein that is called antibodies that have two chains, that two light chain and two heavy chain. And what is primary and secondary? When any pathogen first attack on the body of any organism, the response that alter the pathogen are called primary response, and secondary response when same pathogen again attack on the body of the organism, that is altered by the secondary things same. So this is called secondary response. Once again, it is acquired immunity, also known as adaptive immunity, is specific type of defense mechanism or system. They have two response, primary and secondary. Primary and secondary response carried out by the two B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. B lymphocyte produce army of protein that is antibodies. They have two chain, two light chain and two heavy chains. This B lymphocyte shows humoral immune response, that is inside is called ch-8 capital, and this T lymphocyte shows cell mediated immunity, that is CMI. Means a specific defense is have two response that is involved by the B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. B lymphocyte shows humoral immune response, that is ch-8, and this T lymphocyte shows the cell mediated immunity in the response against the pathogen into the organism. Next is the structure of antibody. You can see here structure of antibody. I am after describing, I want to line by line you can see here. Antibody or antibodies are protein molecules called immunoglobulin are various type IgA, IgM, IgE, IgG means immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin M, immunoglobulin E and immunoglobulin G. Once again, antibody are protein molecule, they are called immunoglobulin, they are various type immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin M, immunoglobulin E and immunoglobulin G. Each antibody molecule consists of 4 polypeptide chains. 2 are long and 2 short. 2 long are called heavy chain and 2 short are called light chain. Both are arranged in Y-shaped. Hence, antibody represented as S2 and L2 means 2 high and 2 heavy and 2 light chain. Here you can see simply this is the I talking about the Y shaped. Y shaped है क्या ये स्ट्रक्चर एंटीबॉडी का. यहाँ क्या है ये दोनों ये साइट है यहाँ पे और यहाँ पर ये दोनों साइट है किसके एंटीजन बॉन्डिंग साइट है. ये जो छोटा है यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं लाइट चेन है. और यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो लॉन्ग है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे हैवी चेन. ठीक. This short is called light chain and this one is the long, so it is heavy chain. And they have the variable region of the in the heavy and light chain. This is the region of the variable region of the heavy and light chain, and that is connected with the disulfide bonds or disulfide bridge. And this one is the representation of structure of antibody, that is Y-shaped. They have 2 chains, 2 light and 2 heavy chains. Here you can see one light means 2 light chain and 2 heavy, 1 heavy and 1 heavy chain means 2 heavy chain into the this one antibody. They have antigen bonding site. They connected with the disulfide bridge and they have a variable region in the heavy and light chain. This is about all about antigen or structure of antibody, in which the antibody is a protein molecule that are called immunoglobulin. They are various type immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin E, I and G. They are consist of polypeptide chain, in which they have one long chain are represent to the heavy chain, short chain represent the light chain, and they have the variable region in the light and heavy chain. They have antigen bonding site and they are Y-shaped. So hence this is now called S2 and L2 means 2 heavy chain and 2 light chain. This is about structure of antibody. On the basis of production of antibodies, immunity can be described or categorized into active immunity and passive immunity. And in the active immunity, body produces its own antibodies against antigen. Very simple. In the active immunity, body produces its own antibodies against antigen, and in the passive immunity, the ready-made antibody is transferred from one individual to another. Ready-made antibody is transferred from one individual to another. For example, passive immunity is colostrum. It contains antibodies immunoglobulin A, and that is provided or transferred from mother to her child for curing their antigens. So on the basis of production के आधार पर immunity को 2 भागों में डिवाइड किया गया है. First one is the active immunity and second one is the passive immunity. In the active immunity, body cell produces their own antigen against the antibodies against the antigen, and in the passive immunity they are ready-made antibodies transferred from one individual to another. For example of the passive immunity colostrum that contain immunoglobulin A, that is antibodies, and that provided by their mother to her child. Next is vaccination. It is important. Vaccination, it is a protection of the body from communicable disease by administration of agent that is called vaccine that mimic the growth of microbe in the body. Vaccination is important. It is a protection of body from the communicable disease that is done by the different mode from the environment to the body of human beings, and that is controlled by the administration of agent means vaccine. Different agents combined together and form vaccine that is useful for the inhibiting the growth of microbes inside the body of human beings. So different vaccines are used for the polio, tetanus and others. Now COVID-19 is going on and researchers and scientists are working on the vaccine of this COVID-19. When it will come, that is soon for use for the human being and protect the body from this now COVID-19. So protection of body from the communicable disease with the administration of agent is called vaccine, and that vaccine are used for the protecting the body from the different microbes, that is called vaccination. Next one is the allergy. Allergy is the hypersensitivity to a particular allergen such as pollen and dust is termed as allergy. Immunoglobulin E is antibody responsible for allergy. Hypersensitivity to a particular allergen means when we suffer from any dustful area, any pollen area, otherwise polluted area, what will happen on the body surface and of the human beings? Allergy come in the form of the crystal, in the form of other just like any types of the pores formation, and that is responsible. Immunoglobulin E is responsible for the allergy in the body of human beings, and there is a symptom that is includes the sneezing, water eyes, running nose, difficulty in breathing are the symptoms of the allergy in the human beings. And allergy is due to the secretion of histamine and by the secretion of mast cell. And this allergy is treated by the antihistamine, adrenal and steroid hormones. So this is about vaccination and allergy. In this chapter we are studying about the different immunity system and their function. Today I taught you about the acquired immunity and structure of antibody, and last production of antibody, and then vaccination, and last one is allergy. One by one I will discuss all the topic of this chapter in the different parts. Thank you.